Yeah. I think we can start the class, isn't it?
Yes, Swamiji. Most people who join have joined.
Mhm. Yeah. Om Sadashivasamārambhāṃ Shankarācārya-madhyamāम् Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru Parampara. Dear devotees, around 10 days before, we were discussing the Manisha Panchakam second shloka. So I think most of you know that instead of Tuesday, we are having our classes on Fridays now. So this will be the, I think, general format. If you remember last class, we were discussing very important thing, how we start thinking. Matter is real and consciousness is imaginary or property of matter. That's how most of us, we start thinking. Then slowly we will see, no, consciousness and matter both are two eternal realities, are independent, and all. We start thinking. Then afterwards, when you understand Vedanta properly, I mean Advaita Vedanta, then you will get convinced consciousness is the only reality and fundamental reality, and the matter is only incidental. This is what our intellectual journey happens. So from materialism, we will travel to spirituality. That was discussed in the second shloka. Today, we will be discussing the third shloka. So let us try to understand. Śaśvannaśvarameva viśvamakhilaṃ niścitya vācō guro nityam brahma nirantaraṃ vimṛśatā nirvyājaśāntātmanā Bhūtaṃ bhavicha duṣkṛtaṃ pradahatā saṃvinmaye pāvake Prārabdhāya samarpitaṃ svavapurityeṣā manīṣā mama. So before going to the shloka, again I will give some background. All this Manisha Panchakam, I have taken the approach is I am slowly introducing Vedantic journey or Vedantic way of thinking, little deeper insights. Then some part of time I will be discussing the shloka, because you will get the meaning of the shlokas, no doubt. But if you can get introduced into Vedantic view of thinking or Vedantic way of thinking, that is which is basic, which will help for you to study Advaita Vedantic texts and start understanding the Advaita Vedantic text. And not only that, it will also help for your personal lives also. So keeping that in the mind, I am trying to explain. Okay. So now, I am the experiencer, which we all know that. I am experiencing the world. I am experiencing my body. I am experiencing my mind. I am experiencing my thoughts. And I am experiencing the world and its objects and the people. So I am the experiencer. Okay. And I am conscious. I am not inert object like a stone. I think there is no explanation required here. And I am independently existing. When I say I am independently existing, not as Swami Shantivratananda or as with respect to body and mind, when I say I means consciousness. So consciousness is the experiencer from the point of witness, and it is the independent reality. It is the only independent reality in the universe. So consciousness is independent reality, and I am that consciousness and I am that experiencer. Okay. Now, what about this world? What about this body and mind? Body mind, sense organs, thoughts, emotions, and including the universe or the world and its objects, are all of them are experienced. If you remember Drukdrishya Viveka classes, I am only Druk, all of them are Drushya. They are all object of experience. They are all objects. They are all object of experience, and they are inert in nature. It is very important. Sometimes it appears that they are all sentient. No, they are all inert in nature. And not only that, it has got dependent existence. Its existence is depending on something. Depending on what? Depending on consciousness. So everything else is depending on me for its existence. Again, depending on me means what? Not this pseudo-individuality or body-mind complex. It is with consciousness. So consciousness is the only independent reality, and all others are dependent, and they have got they're inert in nature. So this is what Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya is. What? When you say Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, this is the essence of the Advaita Vedanta. That means Brahman alone is the consciousness, witness, which is independent in its existence, independent reality, and all others, and all other than the Brahman or consciousness, everything else has got dependent reality. In the other word, subject is real, Satyam, the object is unreal or an appearance. It is what? Mithya. Okay. Now the question might come, okay, Swamiji, this is, we know Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, this is nothing new. Okay, you might be using a new way of expression, new way of explanation. When I understand this, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, when I get understanding, when I get convinced, what do I get it? Okay, one is self-realization, realization of the self, moksha, mukti, that's the one point. Maybe that is too long, still very far for us. But at this present moment, or at this given point of time, how is it going to help this Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya or the Advaita Vedanta? So, if you get convinced, I am that Brahman, which is consciousness, which is the only reality, and all other are dependent realities, and they are unreal. The moment you understand this, the moment you get convinced, not only understanding, convinced, what happens? There will be FIR reduction program starts. Yesterday also in the Keno Upanishad I was discussing this. FIR reduction program starts. Oh my God, FIR. FIR, immediately we remember police station, police and all. What is this FIR and how is it related to Vedanta? So the FIR which we speak in the police records and all, that, not that FIR. This FIR is different from that FIR. What is this FIR here? So FIR reduction program. F means frequency. I means intensity. And R means recovery period. F stands for frequency, I stands for intensity, R stands for recovery period. The moment more and more when I understand and get convinced I am the self, not the body and mind, and they all of them have got dependent existence on me, the consciousness, and I am that consciousness, what happens? The frequency gets decreased. What do we mean frequency gets decreased? The anxiety, the fear, insecurity problems, existential problems, anxiety about tomorrow, anxiety about future, anxiety about what will happen to me. All these things will keep on reducing. So that frequency, earlier it used to happen often, or it used to boggle me now and then, every time, every day or every week or now and then. Now that frequency will be getting reduced. In other words, I will travel from what to so what. So the frequency of anxiety, fear, insecurity problem, all these things keep on getting reduced. Once in a while that anxiety might come, fear might come, but not regularly. That's what we mean. So frequency. Then intensity. I got angry so much so that to come out from that angry, it will take few hours, few days, few weeks sometimes. But the more and more when you are progressing spiritually, and if you are able to put the Vedanta into practice, if you are able to put the Vedanta into practice, if you are going spiritually, no one else is required to give you certificate. Yourself, you can understand that the intensity also will be reduced. I get angry for some reasons and all, whatever it may be. I'm not going to details, but that intensity also reduces. Earlier it used to take a day or 2 or 3. Now it is few hours. Then going forward, it will take few moments or few minutes. We can see in Swami, Śaśvannaśvarameva, one of the apostle of Sri Ramakrishna. In just a fraction of second, his angry is to get away. Hardly is to get angry. Even is to get angry to scold someone, to put people into right, but it used to be no time. Just a fraction of second, it is to go away. Just like a drawing the line in the water. Drawing the line on the sand bed. Drawing the line on the wall by a pencil. Drawing a line by using a sketch pen. Drawing a line on the wall using the sharp glass, broken glass. What happens? When you draw the line in the water, there is no mark at all. When you draw the line on the sand, on the beaches, then what happens? In no time, the river, the sea comes in through the waves and it gets rubbed. When you draw a pencil, it can be rubbed or slowly it gets faded away. Then you put a sketch pen, it takes long time. If you draw the line from using the glass, broken glass, there's a permanent damage. Then you have to use so many things to clear up or fill up. So the intensity has to be reduced. Then recovery period. I get angry, I get anxiety, I may get stress. Because of that, my body and mind is reacting to it. I've got blood pressure increased, heartbeat got increased, or I've got acidity, whatever. So, and it took good amount of time to recover from that. That also has to be reduced. So when you put the Vedanta into practice, FIR reduction program will come into picture. It will happen naturally, automatically. Earlier we were thinking so many things. We were bothering with the small things. That things will go away automatically. Just like tadpole had got a tail. Then when it is grown as like a frog, little frog, even the the tail automatically gets fallen, isn't it? It need not to tell, oh, tail, get away, get away, get away. The frog need not to tell. So similarly, if we are really studying and putting into practice the Vedanta, Advaita Vedantic truths, then what happens? FIR reduction program will quite naturally happens in our lives, happens in our mind. Okay. Then what happens? You will be calm, 3C. You will achieve 3C. So FIR reduction program, because of that, you will achieve 3 C's. What is that? The first C is what? Calmness. Yeah, there is some problem. Okay, there is some concern. Let me handle it. Oh, there is a problem, like that. We used to react. We used to react. Now I'm responding. Yeah, there is some problem. I've got some headache, severe headache. I'm taking a coffee or I'm taking a tablet. I hope things will become all right. So the same headache I had earlier, I was thinking that I was suffering. I was reacting to all that. No. Yeah, that's something. Okay, let me handle it. There is some challenge in my life, in my domestic life, in the professional life, or with neighbors, or with my family people, or because of me, or with my body and mind, whatever it may be. Yeah, there is something, let me handle it. I am calm, I'm composed, I'm not really agitated too much, and cheerful. And there are some difficulties and we are handling it, but I'm not morose or longing face. Small difficulty can change our faces. As if something happens in our life, we keep on worrying, And the third is confident. Yeah, there are some challenges, problems and all. That is the part of life and that comes and goes. And I'm handling it. I'm confident that I'll be able to handle it. I'll be able to resolve it. If not, I will take someone's help. Never mind. I'll be confident. I'll be calm. I'll be cheerful. I'll be confident. Again, please note it that we are not going to change the world. Advaita Vedanta never asks us to change the world and change the people. Advaita Vedanta asks us to change oneself. Understand the reality, hold on to the reality, and leave the unreal. When you say holding on to real and leaving the unreal, what happens? FIR reduction program starts in your life. When you start thinking Vedanta time and again, automatically these things are bound to happen. If not, that means mind is very impure, or otherwise Vedanta thinking is not enough or not proper. The 3 C's will be achieved step by step. But every one of us we can compare. That doesn't mean that I will not get anxiety at all. I will not be fearful at all. I will not be concerned at all. No, it might happen, no doubt. But the intensity might have reduced. Frequency might have reduced. Recovery period might have reduced. That we have to keep it in the mind. Oh, Swamiji told, but I'm getting anxiety. Oh, that means I'm not studying Vedanta or what? No. So we are in the process. These things should be reduced. That is the first step of progress. Then when we further continue, when we further progress in our spiritual life, in our Vedantic life, Vedantic view of life, these things will reduce much more. So, na bhibeti kutaschana. A person who understands the truth, who gets convinced in this truth, he doesn't get fear from everything, anything. When Nachiketa met Yama, he was able to discuss with him Brahma Vidya. He never get angry or never get fearful. The moment we speak of Yama and etc. in the house, say, oh, don't speak about death, don't speak about Yama and all we speak. But the 6 or 8 years by Nachiketa, he went to Yamaloka and he met Yama and he discussed Atma Vidya. He got 3 boons and he returned. You see, such a fearlessness. Why? Because he was aware what is he or who is he. So, nabhibeti kutaschana. Things will come, problems will come, challenges will come, adverse circumstances will come, no doubt, but we'll be facing it. We'll face and rise. We will not get limited. We will not get shrunken. We will not get stressed unnecessarily. Overstress, overthinking, all these things will not happen. How Vedanta can help you see? Profoundly it can help. Unfortunately, we have not thought over in this way. We have not put the Vedanta into practice really. Sometimes just as a, like my Gurudev used to say, we very traditionally, we keep Bhagavad Gita in our home shrine and we worship it. Just like worshipping the milk. Worshipping the milk, worshipping the Bhagavad Gita is not enough. Just like if you worship the milk, you will not get nutrient. You have to drink and digest. Then only I can get some nutritious from the milk. Similarly, I should study Bhagavad Gita, put into practice. I have to study Vedanta and have to put into practice. Then what happens? Na bhiveti kutaschana. As Sri Ramakrishna's guru, Totapuri, Sannyasa Guru Totapuri, was meditating in the Panchavati. It was thick forest in those days. It was in the late night. He is alone. He is sitting and meditating. Then a spirit comes. Bhūta or Preta comes. He never worried. He never bothered. He said, oh, come on, my dear. I am meditating. You also come and meditate. The Bhūta got fear. What? Don't you fear? Are you not feared by seeing me? He says, no. Why? Because I am Brahman and you are also Brahman. Why should we fear, my dear? Come and sit. Anyhow, the Buddha did come and sit for meditation. It went away. How? Nabhibeti kutaschana. He didn't get fear. Why? Because he had experienced that Brahman. So at least we should get convinced that I am that consciousness and I am that only real and everything has got dependent existence. If there is a dependent existence, they are not real because they are depending on so many things. For an example, I am weighing here, so say 70 kgs. If I go to moon and if I weigh, I don't think we will be weighing 70 kgs only. If I jump, so much energy I have to give to jump myself to the maybe 2 feet or 5 feet. But when I go to moon, the same force if I give, then I will jump 2, 3, 5 times more. Why? Because of difference in gravitational force. You see? Depend on time, depend on space, depend on so many given circumstances, things are there. But we don't understand, we don't think about, we take it for granted. We think that the world is absolutely real, but it is not so. That's how our mind is cheating. Our mind is giving a distorted image, which is called Maya. Okay. Now coming to the shloka. This is the essence of the Samaveda. So first shloka was essence of Rigveda, second shloka was essence of Yajurveda, third shloka, this present shloka, traditionally as seen or accepted that it is the essence of Samaveda, or rather, it is the essence of Mahavakya Tattvamasi, which is the part of Samaveda and Chandogya Upanishad. Tattvamasi, you are that. So which we all know that. But when you analyze, when we start analyzing the shloka, you will not see anything Tattvamasi Vichara, Mahavakya Vichara. What is Tat? What is Tvam? What is Asi? If you remember, we discussed in the Dakshinamurti Stotra. The first three shlokas are nothing but Tat, Tvam, Asi actually. So like that, we don't get any direct references here, direct explanation. It is only hinted. It is only indirectly hinted. Okay. But this is a very beautiful verse. It is a beautiful verse. In the sense, it is a beautiful verse. Why? Because of poetical style, because of the wordings, or because of the what? Why I am telling it is beautiful? Because it is complete verse where the spiritual journey begins and ends. Whatever the spiritual journey happens in our life, the whole life journey, spiritual journey has been embedded in this one shloka, in this one verse. That's why it is so beautiful. It is complete. Now, all the spiritual struggles, all the stages in spiritual life, from the traditional Advaita Vedanta point of view, has been well presented here. And also, we can get our Vedic life, which has been hinted in this as an underlying thinking in this sloka. Okay. Now, when I said there is a complete journey here, what it is? So, our Vedic view of life gives a life journey. Unfortunately, we don't understand properly and we keep on making statements. We keep on criticizing Vedas and other things. What does Vedas say actually? Does Veda say that everything you leave and renounce and you just think about God, think about self? No, it doesn't tell that. It gives two margas, two paths, pravritti marga and nivritti marga. The person who is not interested in the world and worldly pursuits is interested only in the God and the self. For them, such people, for them it is a nivritti marga. The people who wants to enjoy the world. Well, Brahman alone is real, no doubt. And the world is not real, the world is unreal, probably, maybe. But whatever it may be, I have got some desires, my dear. Let me be open, let me be sincere. I want to enjoy the world. I want to enjoy ice cream. I want to eat chocolates. I want to go to movie. I want to go to picnic, or I want to go for socialization, or whatever it may be. I have got some desires I want to enjoy. If that is the case, Vedas will never say no. Vedas will never underestimate such things. No, if you want to enjoy, if you would like to enjoy the world, enjoy. The Vedas never say no. Shastra, scriptures also never say no. Only they tell that, okay, you enjoy whatever you want, but in the right way. Let your life be based on ethics and morality and the contributions. Okay, let me see. So, before that, I want to give what is the journey, how it should be. We always think we all depend on what I have. I should have this, I should have that, then I can be happy or I will be happy. I am thinking that I am gone chasing the world or art objects. But are we happy really? Maybe sometimes, but not all the times. Of course, Shastra never tells no. We need money, we need food, we need clothes, we need shelter, we need so many things to our survival, no doubt. But over dependency is not right. That's what Shastra means. So do not depend on what I have, depend on what I am. This is what Vedantic journey, spiritual journey. From matter to self, from matter to consciousness is what? Depend on what I have, instead of that, depend on what I am. I have so much property, so I am happy or I am unhappy. Instead of that, whatever I am, let me depend on that, so that whether I am prosperous or poor or rich, that will not make me happy or unhappy. So there will be no dependency. My body is depending on the food. My body is depending on the shelter and all, no doubt. That is a minimum requirement is there, but not for completely. But we are always depending on the world and its existence for our existence, unfortunately. That's where so many times we are getting shaken, we are getting perturbed, we are getting disturbed. Now, P has such peace, security, happiness. If you want to increase, if you want to achieve, then shift from depend on what I have to depend on what I am. Okay. So now Vedic view of life is being active is better than laziness. Vedas tell very clearly. Instead of being lazy, inert, dull-headed and useless and all, being active. Maybe you are restless, but you are active. You are doing work. Fine. That is good. First. Okay. Second is actions with desires. Welcome. No problem. But it should be based on morality and ethics. Through dharma, acquire artha and enjoy the kama. That's where the purushartha. So dharma there, basics, ethics and morality. On that basis, you acquire the wealth. Whatever the property you want to make, you make it and all fine. And you want to enjoy the world. Kama means any type of desire, any type of enjoyment, any type of sense pleasures, you can do it. But it should be based on ethics and morality. Why? Otherwise, if not, you are a prakruta purusha. Prakruta purusha means what? You are unrefined person. It is nothing like an animal life. So Veda says that if you want, may I help you? For example, you go to airport, you go to railway stations, there will be a counter, help counter. May I help you? Very few people they go. Many times they are sitting there. Very few people they go. When you go and ask, okay, where should I go to? A washroom. Where is the counter, or where is the platform number, or which train will come to which platform? If you ask, they will try to help you. If you don't ask them, then they will sit simply. So Vedas are also ready to help you if you want. How to tame our life, how to discipline our life, how to refine our life, how to build up our life. So it says that through dharma, enjoy the artha and kama, then you will be fit for vairagya. You will get vairagya. Vairagya means detachment here. You will be fit for adhikari for the moksha or the mukti. That is why in the Samhita portion and Brahmana portion, all yagnas has been told. It is intense activities. So do the work and enjoy your life. Why do you doing this Satyanarayana Vrata or Mahamrutyunjaya mantra, Mahamrutyunjaya homa? Or because myself or my family should be in a good condition. Or because Artha Kama, Ayurarogya Aishwarya Siddhyartham, Aham Satyanarayana Pujam Karishyami. So that is my sankalpa. I want Ayu, I want a long life. Arogya, I want a good health. Aishwarya, I want profit or a wealth and etc. That's the reason I'm doing this puja or whatever. Yes, it is welcomed, no doubt. Do it, but in a right way. Then you are go on doing it. When you are go on doing it and you're going on enjoying it, the world and its objects, in a right way, if you do it with the right attitude, slowly, you will understand the worth of the world and its objects, or the worth of sense pleasures. They're all good, they're all pleasant, they're all interesting, no doubt, but they have got less value. Slowly, your mind gets matured. Your mind gets understanding the depth. Then what happens? Slowly detachment comes. Slowly mind gets indrawn. Vairagya means dispassion, detachment from the world and sense pleasures. Enough, I have done socialization, going to these picnics, going to clubs, going to parties and enjoying. No, let me study something good thing. Let me do some better work, or maybe I do some help, service. So then Chitta Shuddhi comes. Then when Chitta Shuddhi comes, our spiritual practices will be much desireful. Many times, Swamiji, I want to come to ashram, but I am busy. Why? Because my friends are calling, relatives are calling, neighbors are calling, or some other things. That's why I'm unable to come. I say, that's fine, take care. Some are necessary, no doubt, but many times we want to enjoy the world. That's why we cannot come to satsangs. We cannot come to Vedanta class. We cannot come to ashrams. Wherever, when there is a problem, they don't mind. They will come. But when everything is well, then they want to enjoy the world. They will keep the God and spirituality at the last priority level. In the priority level, it will be last. But when you enjoy the world in a true proper way, dharmic way, then what happens? You will get some amount of chitta shuddhi. Your mind will be purified. Some amount of dispassion, detachment will be uh, developed. Because of that, you will start doing spiritual practices regularly. Earlier, maybe doing or may not be doing, maybe out of compulsion. Now, natural interest will start developing. I would like to do Sandhya Vandana. I would like to do Japa. I would like to do Lalita Sahasranama Parayana. Why? Not Airarogya Ishvara Siddhyartham. Bhagavan Priti Kamaya. Just to please the God. Now I am doing Lalita Sahasranama. Why? Parameshwari Pityartham. Lalita Parameshwari Pityartham. Aham Lalita Sahasranama Parayanam Karishye. Just to please the mother, to receive her grace, I am doing the Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, or whatever. The work may be same. Now my sankalpa, my intention, my intentions are changed. So Tatatmani ye nirateya upanishatsu dharmaste mai santu. In the Apyayantu Mamangani Shanti Pata, we will see that. Tatatmani nirateya upanishatsu. Whatever the Upanishads are speaking about the Atman, I will let me be involved in that. And dharma te mai santu. The values, Shamadamadi Shatka Sampati, let me develop more and more. So mind becomes calm, quiet, composed, and it becomes little speculative. I mean, not sorry, speculative. It is indrawn. Let me think more and more about the God, about the self, about the higher values, about the higher things. This is what. Then you will be in Aranyaka, in the Veda portion, the middle portion. Aranyaka is what? There, the Rishis, instead of doing the physical actions, yaga yagnas, they started meditating. They started internalizing the actions. They were leading the forest dweller's life, secluded life, forest dweller's life. And that is when they have done nishkama karma and they have done enough upasana, enough meditation. They have got chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrata. Then they want now the reality to be experienced. What is that reality? What is that God? What is that self? Let me experience. Who is this creator God? What is the nature of this creation? All these things which we see in Upanishads. So there Shravana Manina Nidhyasana comes into picture. So starts from laziness to Kamya Pradhana Jivana. My life is colored by, guided by desires, ambitions. Then slowly, if you go in the right way, then slowly all these things will reduce. You will get Nishkama Karma Pradhana Jivana. I am doing work for work's sake. I am doing work to please the God. I am doing work as a contribution to the society, as a part of service, and etc. So from Anitya Anatma, we will slowly shift to the Nitya Atma, from the matter to the self or consciousness. Today was a story of Sadashiva Brahmendra. He's a great saint, we all know that, Sadashiva Brahmendra. So Sadashiva Brahmendra, once Divine Mother appears to Sadashiva Brahmendra. He's the greatest Advaitin. So Sadashiva Brahmendra, and mother said, "Oh my dear son, I am pleased. So please ask me a boon." Sadashiva Brahmendra said, "My dear mother, thank you for your offer, but I don't need. Why? I am accomplished everything." Means what? I am happy with myself. That is my real nature, Ananda Swarupa. My real nature is Ananda Swarupa. I don't need anything else, mother. Thank you. No thanks. Mother said, "No, I have come. I have to give something. It cannot go waste. So please ask me something." Sadashiva Brahmendra had a deep wound. Deep wound. It was probably quite a painful. But still he said, "I have no problem. I don't need anything." Then because mother insisted to ask, then he only asked. What you would have asked? If you say, "Oh, probably you would have asked, let this wound get away. Let this wound be healed. Let me not get any of such type of problems." He said, "Shift the wound from right leg to left leg." So he is not caring, is not getting bothered because of the wound, deep wound and the pain or whatever. The body has got this because of its prārabdha karma or whatever. It is experiencing its wound or whatever. I am happy because my real nature is what? Ananda Swarupa. Mother laughs and blesses and leaves. You see, this is what the real life of Advaita Vedanta. Even when mother comes and offers, what do you want? And he said, I don't need anything, mother. I am happy. It's such a completeness. When you understand who am I, or when you experience who am I, that state of completeness we can achieve. So when chitta shuddhi happens, when the purification of the mind happens, when the mind gets settled and concentrated, when we start studying Vedanta, hearing Vedanta, we will get understanding, experiencing, and we will get completeness. That is the beauty, efficacy of the Advaita Vedanta. Okay. So Shravana Manana Nidhyasana happens. Through that, what happens? I am attaining Brahman. Don't tell that, please. If you are telling this even now, that means you have not understood Advaita Vedanta. Here, Shravana Manidhyasana will not bring Atma Gnana. It will remove only Agnana Nasha. The destruction of the Agnana. Ignorance happens, that's all. I am body and mind. Body and mind. This world is real. I am the body and mind. Notion was there. That has been removed, that's all. So Shravana means systematic, consistent study of the scriptures for a good amount of time. 3 class, 4 class I attended, 1 week Vedanta courses I attended, fine. That is enough for my lifetime. No. If you are a Uttamadhikari, maybe yes. Like Shvetaketu, he heard Tattvamasi Shvetaketu 9 times, 6 or 9 times, and he experienced the Brahman. If you're Uttamadhikari, fine. Otherwise, we should keep on studying systematically. Systematic study is also very, very important. Not here and there. And it should be long. Consistency should be there. Under the able Guru. Then Manana, reflecting the whatever I read, whatever I heard, I should be keep on reflecting on it. Just like the cow, whatever the fodder it gets, it grabs. It swallows. Then after some time, it sits in one place. He brings back and he munches everything nicely and he swallows it. So similarly, we are hearing the Vedanta class. Only Friday or Tuesday, whenever you hear, fine. Then you close the book. Then rest of the week, you don't think about Vedanta. And there is a holiday for Vedanta. No, that doesn't happen. Every day, as much as possible, we should keep on reflecting on the things, whatever we have heard, whatever we have studied. By that, what happens? Doubts get cleared. We get more and more convinced. That is what called manana. Intellectual obstacles will be removed. Okay, I am that Brahman, and Brahman alone is real, and the world is an appearance. First part is okay. Second part is not yet convinced. Okay, do more and more Shravana Manana. Then Nididhyasana, meditation, Vedantic meditation. When you do Vedantic meditation, what happens? Emotional stability comes into picture. I know I am Brahman, but still I am suffering from problems. I am entangled with the problems. That means there is a gap between intellectual understanding and emotional state. That gap should be removed. How it is possible? Through Vedantic meditation and other things. So apratibandha gnana, intellectual and emotional obstacles should be removed. When you remove that, then what happens? Akhandakara vritti is been produced, and that will remove the agnana. Ignorance will be removed. Then what happens? I am that. That is called the person who has got that. He has got a steady wisdom, sthita prajna. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we study last 20 slokas in the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. In the Bhakti or Guna in the 13th chapter, Kshetragna we read, and in the 14th chapter, Gunati, who has been transcended all the three gunas. All of them are similar ideas, similar concepts. Okay. So having given this much background, now let us go into the sloka. Before that, I would like to tell one point and we'll go. Pain is biological, no doubt. Sorrow is psychological, and I am spiritual. Pain is biological, sorrow is psychological, and I am spiritual. This you should keep it in your mind. Then any problem comes, you say that I am spiritual. Pain, biological. Sorrow, psychological. I am spiritual. So the pain and the sorrow belongs to body and mind, and I am spiritual. I am beyond that. By saying that problem has not solved, no doubt. You have got a fever, for an example, high fever. Your body is fatigued, and you are getting body pain. All these things, yes, your body has got pain. Your mind is feeling that it is suffering, no doubt. Your body and mind has got fever and suffering, but you are not suffering. So that should happen. Yeah. Okay. Now we will go to the sloka. Akilam Śaśvan, or when you split it, Śaśvan Nashvarameva Vishvam, Akilam Niśtitya is there. So Akilam Vishvam means the entire universe, which is manifested, unmanifested, all the galaxies, different universes, neighboring galaxies, neighboring stars, all things put together. Akilam Vishvam Śaśvata Nashvarameva. Śaśvata means always, not Śaśvata here. Śaśvata means always. Nashvaram means anitya, eva, surely. So whatever the experience, the world is there, universe is there, galaxies and all, they are all indeed perishable. They are temporary. They have got date of manufacture and they have got date of expiry. And all of them have got anitya and they have got dependent existence. Dependent on whom? Dependent on me. Means what? Dependent on consciousness. Okay. Niścitya. Niścitya means not, maybe, may not be. I think I heard something. Maybe it is an opinion. No, it is with firm conviction. What is firm conviction? The entire universe is what? Temporary. It is fleeting. Okay. Then, okay, Vacho Guru, I will come little later. Then this is the first stage. Understanding the world is temporary, anitya, and has got a firm conviction. This is the first step in the Advaita Vedantic journey. And the second is nirvyājaśāntātmanā. In the second line, the last part of second line. Nirvyāja means what? It is pure, honesty and truthful. I think something and I do something, I tell something. No, nirvyāja means honesty. Then Shanta Atmana. Here Atmana means not the self or the consciousness. Here Atmana means mind. Shanta Atmana means calm mind, composed mind, which is backed with the honesty, which is packed with the truthfulness, compassion, honesty, integrity, all these things we can tell. Okay. So when you know that the world is unreal, the world is temporary, what happens? Obviously, your attachment to the world gets reduced. And your mind is composed. Your mind has attained the tranquil position to a certain extent. This is the second stage. Then, Nityaṃ Brahma vimṛśatā. Because the world is temporary and other things, I may be doing work as a necessary, but I have established, my focus has been shifted from world to the God or the self. So, Nityaṃ Brahma vimṛśatā. Nityam, daily, always, not one day, not weekly, 1 hour, not 2-3 hours. Nityam means always, as much as possible. Brahma vimṛśatā, making an inquiry about the nature of the Brahman, or making the inquiry of who am I? I'm this body. Am I this mind? Or am I this eternal self who is aware of all the changes, who is aware of all the states of experiences? This is what? This is the third stage. First stage is what? Understanding the transitoriness of the world. Second is trying to calm the mind, having the calmness of the mind. Third is what? And trying to think of Brahman and Brahman alone, and trying to make an inquiry and understand the nature of the Brahman or who am I or whatever. Then Vacho Guru. It is not just my imagination. Whatever I think, I am just with my imagination I'm thinking. No. Vacho Guru means under the instructions of the Guru. Guru includes here Shastras also. Whatever Shastras have described, whatever Guru has given the Upadesha. What is that Upadesha? Tattvamasi. You are that. So it is hidden here. It is indirectly hinted. So it is not an independent inquiry. Whatever I think, I'm thinking. No. Thinking of the world, thinking of the share market, thinking of the stock market. No. You're thinking of the self-inquiry, which is Mahavakya Vichara Tattvamasi, Vacho Guroho, which has been given by Guru based on the scriptures. Then what happens? Bhūtaṃ bhāvicha duṣkṛtaṃ. Third line. Bhūtaṃ bhāti, sometimes some place they say bhāti, some places they say bhavi. Bhūtaṃ bhāticha or Bhūtaṃ bhāvicha duṣkṛtaṃ. So Bhūtaṃ here, it is referring to Sanchita karma. I hope most of you know that what is Sanchita karma, what is Agami karma, what is Prārabdha karma. Bhūtaṃ means what? Sanchita karma. Bhāti or bhavi means agami karma. Okay. Duṣkṛtaṃ. Duṣkṛtaṃ includes sukṛtaṃ also. So the actions, mean the bad actions, which will be done is what? Agami, which has done, already done, is what here? Bhūtaṃ. Okay. So duṣkṛtaṃ also has to be taken, included sukṛtaṃ also. So papa and punya, which has been already accrued, which has been accumulated, and which are going to be accumulated, all these things, pradahatā, will be burnt away. When you understand who are you, who am I, what happens? Bhūtaṃ bhāti ca duṣkṛtaṃ pradahatā. All these things will be burnt away, means destroyed. Just like there is so much in a heap of load of trash, but one spark of fire got ignited there, and that whole heap, which will take probably days together to clean for us, it will get burnt into ashes. So like that, all this agami karma phala and sanchita karma phala, everything was burnt, destroyed. Pradahatā. Who did lit the fire? Guru's vakya, Guru's grace and Guru's vakya. Fine. What was the fire here? Did they put charcoal, or did they use gas? Did they use kerosene or what? No, nothing of them. Saṃvinmaye pāvake. Pāvake means fire. Saṃvinmaye means samvid. Samvid means actually Chaitanya, consciousness. But here samvid means it is not the consciousness, rather it is brahmagnana, the self-knowledge. So saṃvinmaye means brahmagnanamaye, means akandakara vritti. Why? Because nirantaraṃ brahma vimṛśatā, nityam brahma nirantaraṃ vimṛśatā, nityam brahma nirantaraṃ. So constantly we are thinking about that Brahman. Because of that, what happens? Akandakara vritti or akanda brahmakara vritti has been developed in my mind. That has removed the agnana. What is that? Maya has got two powers, avarna and vikshepa. Avarna shakti is there. So that avarna, the power of covering, the power of concealment, that avarna has been removed. When cover has been removed, vikshepa, the power of projection, even the projection gets automatically destroyed. So saṃvinmaye means what? Akandakara vritti, which has been developed continuously by thinking about the Atman and Brahman, or self-inquiry. Then the question comes, agami karma and sanchita karma gets destroyed, fine. Then what happens to prārabdha karma, which I have withdrawn for this present life? That is discussed in the fourth line. Prārabdhāya samarpitaṃ svapuhu itteṣa manīṣa mama. Prārabdhāya samarpitaṃ svapuhu. So this prārabdha, prārabdhāya samarpitaṃ svavapuhu. Svavapuhu is one's own body. This prārabdha has been handed over. Like for an example, I had a doll. I have got a doll. Someone, a child came and child wanted a doll. I gave away because okay, no problem. When I was small, when another child asked for a doll, I didn't give. Why? I wanted doll. No, I want doll. I was crying. But now I've grown up, so I'm not being possessed with the doll. I'm not attached to the doll. I had a doll, that's all. I had a doll, so I was holding it. I was keeping it. Someone came and asked, I gave away. So similarly, the person who has experienced the Brahman, the body has been handed over to prārabdha karma. That, okay, body, oh prārabdha karma, take care of this body and you exhaust your prārabdha karma. As if because this body is an instrument. Just like I had a mobile phone, I handed over to some person, relative or whatever. So similarly, this Brahmagnani handovers his body to prārabdha. Let that prārabdha takes care of its body. Means whatever it has to happen, let it happen. So he is not bothered. For example, Sadashiva Brahmendra's case. Because he had that severe wound and all, he didn't want to get healed. Why? Means let the prārabdha takes its turn. As a result, he never cared for it. Prārabdhāya samarpitaṃ svavapuhu. Just like we hand over things, so the Brahmagnani handovers his body to prārabdha. So till the exhaustion of prārabdha, this body will be staying. Once prārabdha is exhausted, the physical body will be left here, and subtle body and causal body will be dissolved, and such person will not come into again existence. Means he will be free from cycle of birth and death, samsara chakra. Iti Esha manīṣā mama, and this is my firm conviction. So when you understand Tattvamasi, who am I am that, you understand, it means you experience and you have got firm convinced and you have got experienced, and you don't have any thinking, even iota of doubt that the world is real and etc. When this thing is achieved, then what happens? You will be happy, you will be blissful, and you will give this body to the prārabdha karma. Your agami and sanchita karma will be destroyed. So there is no more fuel to be burnt. So all the fuel has been burnt. As a result, there will be no more birth and death. You will be completely free person. Mukta Purusha. Mukta Purusha means what? Again, you will be free from this cycle of birth and death. So that is what the gist or the meaning of the third shloka, third verse, and we will try to see the fourth verse in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishnaarpanamastu. Yeah, if you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Param Maharaj, Akhandakara Vritti means that removal of the Avarani Shakti and Vikshep Shakti.
No. Okay. Now, for an example, Vritti is there. For an example, you see a chocolate. Okay. When you see a chocolate, how do you understand? Because there is a Vritti, there is a thought. Thought has been developed in your mind. Because of that only, without Vritti, no Gnana is possible, according to the Patanjali Yoga and according to the Sankhyanas and Yogis. So, like that. So, when you thought, then you saw a water, then water Vritti has formed in your mind. Then you saw a bus Vritti has been formed in your mind. You saw a dog Vritti has been formed. Like that. So hundreds of Vrittis have formed and they have stored in your mind. That is what we call chitta or memory. Okay. Now doing sadhana and all our mind has been purified and all fine. Then continuously, as much as possible, regularly, consistently, I am thinking of Brahman. What is this Brahman? I am that Brahman. I am that Sat, Chit, Ananda. What is Sat? What is Chit? What is Ananda? Then all these things I am go on thinking about it, discussing, trying to know, trying to understand, discuss, debate, all these things. By doing continuously, then a Akhanda Brahmakara Vritti, a Vritti where the content of the Vritti is what Brahma. Now also when you are hearing about Brahman Upanishad classes, the Vritti has been generated, but it is not Akhandakara. It is Kanda. It is small ones only. So Akhandakara Brahma Vritti means it is a thought, it is a wave which rises. It is capable of removing the Ajnana. It destroys the Ajnana. Ajnana is what? I am the body and mind, or the world is real, the body, I am the body and mind. That Ajnana is Nasha, is been destroyed. Once the Ajnana is destroyed, just like clouds is removed, then we are able to see sunlight. Sunlight was there, no doubt, but clouds were covering. When the clouds has been moved, then you are able to see the sun. So similarly, the Akhandakara Vritti will destroy the Ajnana. Once the Ajnana is removed or destroyed, then there is only pure consciousness, pure awareness. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the term is Akhanda Brahmakara Vritti or Akhandakara Vritti?
Akhandakara Vritti
Same.
means it is understood Akhanda Brahmakara Vritti only.
Okay.
Brahma is the content there. What is the content of the Vritti? The content is what? The Brahma. Brahman, sorry, not Brahma, Brahman. So Akhandakara Vritti means Akhanda Brahmakara Vritti only. Yeah.
Swamiji, actually, just now I realized one thing. Understanding Vedas, this gives, how do you say? You understand, you get the knowledge of truth and everything. Yes, it purifies you from within. By understanding this, we realize that this is not real, this is unreal and all. But that is one part. But unless and until we understand, we get the jnana that the world is unreal, the consciousness is the real. We will not get the real knowledge, true knowledge. I mean, understanding the Veda, everything, Upanishads, everything it is giving you the structure of how to understand what is to be understood about the life. But only when we realize that the body is not eternal, and it is just a body, the eternal thing is the consciousness, then only the real jnana happens. Like you said about Sadashiv Brahmendra. He did not see the body as he took the body as a separate thing. He saw the only consciousness, then only the connection will happen totally. Yet you will be completely. This is something I'm not able to put it in right
That's right. What is your question now?
My question is, there is no question. I just understood this just now, because all these days I was thinking, by understanding more of Upanishad and everything, we get the knowledge and eventually it will lead to salvation or moksha or mukti. But I just understood that is only one part. It purifies you, and there is also a further journey beyond that. So that's what I am trying to say. Just by listening to this, I understood just now.
Maybe other way I'll put it. So by reading Upanishads, by reading Brahma Chintana, doing Brahma Chintana, Satsanga and all, what happens? Your Ajnana Nasha happens actually. You don't get attain any new thing. You will lose thing actually. What you will lose? You will lose the ignorance. That's all will happen actually.
Yeah, I'm not able to put it in the way you are able to.
That's okay. That's okay.
Something went inside me. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Maharaj, this is my ignorance that I forgot about the FIR. What is the R for? R stands for what?
Yeah. F stands for frequency.
Yeah, and that is
I stands for intensity.
Intensity, yes.
Yeah. R stands for recovery period.
Recovery period.
Yes. Recovery period. Yes. Yeah. You see, Vedanta is not useful. Vedanta is not practical. We think that actually, but it is not so. If you put the Vedanta into practice, so many things you can achieve. Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you.
Jai Ram Krishna Swamiji. Tumba ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್